for this, which is very important. All right? Let me ask you, are you prepared for what is coming? If you are not prepared, you and your family are living very dangerously. All right? Let me explain to you why. Because we are living in an era right now, full of uncertainty. Today, we can't even tell what is tomorrow. After World War II, there was a 60 to 70 years of what you call honeymoon. The world was at peace. The baby boomers were enjoying their life. But in the last 5 years, the world has changed so much. Or we say the last 10 years, especially this few years, it's getting even worse. From pandemic, right up to war, right up to tensions, and everything today is going topsy-turvy. If you're not prepared, you get caught. The world is a very cruel place. There's no mercy for you if you are not prepared. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I want to prepare for you and show you something. Why network marketing is not whether you want or you don't want to do. You don't have a choice. That's why I always thank God that networking came into this world not by accident. It was a plan. It's a plan that gave every one of the people in this world, if they have problem, there is something they can still fall on, that you need not go for interview, you don't need to have, whether you got education, no education, it doesn't matter. Whether young or old, it doesn't matter. You can still make a living with it. All right? Right. Now, let me continue. First of all, let's look at this. Inflation and recession. Do you know that you experience, I think all of us here experience since the last 1 or 2 years, most of the food price has gone up by 30%. Some country as high as 50%. Argentina by a few 100%. You're caught. Imagine if things are went up by 30% and your income is fixed, you will have problem. You see? All right? And it's going to get worse. I'm telling you, it's going to get worse from now on. By thinking saving, it is safe. Well, it's saving money is better than you don't save. But unfortunately, even saving money is not going to save you. Because your money will continue to shrink. With the inflation now, it's rising so fast. What you can buy today for the same amount of money, all right, in 5 to 10 years that you can't buy. So you think you can save money for retirement? Sorry. You can't. All right? You go and do a mathematics and do a calculation. You cannot. So you have to keep working and working. You can't stop. Why? Because you're just depending on these two hands. Then the next thing, as you can see here, when there's recession comes in, job is hard to come by. For every 1 year you don't have a job, you take you 3 to 5 years to work to cover back the 1 year that you don't have income. Do you realize that? And what guarantees that your job can last forever? Even the company cannot guarantee they can last forever. How can they guarantee you? Because you just don't know what's going to happen next. All right? All right. The next one that's going to hit us, as you can see from here, is automation. You see, when jobs are hard to come by, a lot of people go to do what? Like in Malaysia, for example, they go to Uber, but there are no more Uber, they have Grab car. In the US, and many other countries, they go into Uber because they lost their job, they couldn't find job, they start to go and and that also eventually will be taken by taxi that have no driver. In Shenzhen, Taiwan, in China, already started a pilot project that, having taxi without a driver. And then you have truck, like the US. Eventually will also have e-hailing truck that no driver. They can drive the whole US for 24 hours. They don't take rest because they are not human. They can do a job better than human. They don't need rest. I mean, you don't need rest. They keep driving all the highway, all the shops. In the middle, they close shop. Nobody stop for food. Business will be affected. These are all the things that we're going to face, whether we like it or we don't like it. All right? You look at this one here. I was in Beijing, Marriott Hotel in Beijing. You look at this robot here. They bring the key, room service. Even you want to work in a hotel as a waiter or the front office, I will tell you, jobs are getting less. In the old days, you go to the bank, there were so many people in the counter to serve you. Today, you go to a bank, you only have a few of them, the rest are machine next to you. We are a victim of all this creation. There will be only a few big companies in this world that will survive, and you and I have nothing. All right? Amazon, Alibaba, Taobao. Let me ask you, do you know how many hundreds of millions of jobs are lost? How many millions of shops are closed down because of them? You can't fight them. You want to start a business? Go ahead. You know what kind of risk you are taking? Out of every business that starts, 60% of them close within 3 years, and 90% close of them within 6 years. Less than 5% will survive. Why do you want to take kind of risk? All right? The next one is the pandemic. We just got a very bad experience in the recent pandemic. And today, a lot of people lost all their savings. But do you know something? Will there be another pandemic? I will tell you, surely there will be another one. And according to experts, the next pandemic, it will be worse than COVID-19 5 times. Are you prepared? Are you ready? Don't be happy, because nothing is certain anymore unless you know what to do. Okay? And I will explain to you how do you overcome all this. All right? If pandemic comes, if one of a family gets sick in the hospital, you have to dig deep into your pocket, take out all your savings to save your mother or your father or your son or your children, and your pocket got a deep hole because you have no extra. This was all the saving you have for all those years that you have worked. All right? The job street is empty. Shops are closing everywhere. You will see more of this going to happen. Then the next one. War is getting closer. Imagine the people in Ukraine. Almost 60% of the people left Ukraine. What happened if that's your country? After the Ukraine war, then you had the Middle East, then you had the Red Sea. And now you have the China Sea. You have the Taiwan problem, then you have the Philippines also. In all these things, we just don't know what's going to happen next. But do you realize one thing? We do not know which country is going to get hurt. If your country get hurt, let me tell you how you're going to run. You have all the money you have, forget about those. Those who don't have money, just too bad. They were not prepared. They can't run. For those who have money, who have a big shop, how are you going to run with your shop? You have a big office, how are you going to run with your office? But let me tell you this. If you are in private, like Benjamin and Gloria, or Christian and Jasmine, they can pack their whole family and fly to the next country where pride is. All right? And enjoy your life there. Because they don't have a shop. They can just fly anywhere. When you have the money, fly in 70 old country, by this year maybe 100 country, fly to any of this country, and company will pay you. If you're in the US, you're welcome to Asia. Southeast Asia is one of the safest countries because we are a neutral country. All right, you can fly here and have a second home, and tell the company you want to switch your account to Malaysia because you are second resident here. Stay away from all this. You can't do that if you're running your own business. That's the power of network marketing. That's the power of private international. All right? All right, I just quickly show it to you. Even you have a lot of money, or for those with no money, they will end up like in the refugee camp or whatever it is. I have not even talked about the disaster of flood and earthquake that just recently happened in Japan. These few are so powerful force that will affect our life. You and I have done nothing wrong. We work hard. But these are things that is beyond you and my control. But there's one way. Be smart. Don't go for a fixed job. If now you have a job, ask yourself, is there any guarantee? There's no guarantee. You have a business, don't be too happy. Do you know as we know in the last pandemic, you know how many shops were closed down? How many businesses were closed down? If there's another one more that strike, can you stand? I don't think so. And then Private International was built during the pandemic time. Can you imagine why? You stay at home, you build your business, you get your income. Right. So ladies and gentlemen, the best business and the safest business is MLM. Now, all right? Now, the question now is that, okay, I know MLM is important. Very important is what MLM. Does it mean you simply walk into MLM company? Yes, you can. But you want to do long term, you want to progress fast, you want to succeed fast, you must find the kind of company that can offer you that. And remember, I always emphasize this since doing the MLM, many leaders come and go because they know how to build a business, but they do not know how to choose a correct company. So I'll still go back to Private International. The 4 very important pillars, like every building, you need to have a very strong pillars. And the first pillar in priority is, the first P is personnel. Now, it is very important. Why personnel is the most important? You can have the world's best plan, you can have the world's best product, but if it's managed by people who have no experience, or the boss who have a lot of experience, the boss have a lot of money but no experience, I can tell you they're bound to fail. Because networking and the traditional business are two totally different animals. Why? A very simple example. A traditional business, the boss only keep looking at how much he can earn. But in an MLM business, it's different. The boss have to think, even though he thinks how much he can earn, he has to think how much the member can earn. A traditional boss don't think two sides. He only think one side. But if, let's say, these bosses don't have experience, they only think of making money themselves and never think of the other side, it failed a long time ago. And all these bosses have minimum 25 years and above. And Dr. Stephen, I knew him since he was 35 years ago when I was a CEO of an MLM company. He just joined us fresh from school. Till today, he has not done anything except in network marketing. So can you imagine network marketing? You can be a boss one day if you want to and have experience in. Once you have a good team of people, all right, the most hardworking, and you all know how much these bosses travel. It's amazing, right? Okay, the next one is a good product. You have a good team, you have a good product, you already got a good team, you need to have a good product. Now, why Pride is very different from all the other companies? Number one, I would say 90% of the MLM company in this world deal with either health food or personal care, but Pride is not. Pride is a company, emphasis deal with, the main thing is concentrating on technology. Why? In the last 10 years, you realize the technology has advanced so fast, even to AI right now, okay? So therefore, Pride will continue to source interesting product, exciting product with a future, and continue to bring them in. All right, just not only eye terror care, that's all. So these are products because of innovation. I give you an example. Okay? You look, this product has got a tremendous future, and later on I'll explain to you why Pride will go very far, eventually will be one of the biggest MLM company in the world. All right, why? Okay, right. Now, and of course, a marketing plan. Now, this is very important. This is the next P. Just now the P was product, the next P is the plan. In my 43-year experience, one of the very important that a company fail is because, especially in binary. Binary is a plan very difficult to calculate if you do not know, all right? Price plan, because you see, because you pay one side, as you get deeper, companies start to pay more. As you go deeper and deeper, you start to pay more, and eventually you overpay. But price today, already 2 years, in 70 over country, has gone to almost 1,000 generation deep, which means the price plan is very stable, no overpay, and the last 2 years, the company have never even changed anything, except adding. So therefore, it's very important you want a plan that is stable. The worst taboo in network marketing is when the company change the plan. Once they see they overpay or they earn too little, they will start to change the plan. And that is the worst thing can happen. And today, so do not say, this plan pay more, that plan pay less. No. More important is whether the plan is safe or not. So you are all very lucky. The plan is very stable, and there is no overpay. It's already tested already. So that is okay. And I like to go to the last P is potential. The potential, I like to spend a little bit of time here because it's very important. Because you must see far. If you don't see far, you just join, oh, because I like the product, but what for? If you don't have a good plan, you don't have a good management, all right? So does the product have what do you call the company overall and the product have a future? So let's talk about that. You see here, you notice all these electrical appliances, from microwave to washing machine to vacuum cleaner to refrigerator to TV, every home have all this, right? And today, even more homes have a handphone, they have what you call computer. But do you know in the last 100 years, all these were created for your convenience, for your enjoyment, but none of them can protect and save your family. Do you realize that? And because of technology advancement right now, there will be a machine in your home that will protect your family. And eventually, this will become a common sight. Every home is very common to have an eye care in their home. Because if you don't have the eye care, you look like abnormal. That's what it's going to be. Everything will start with a, what you call, a suspicion. Like for example, when washing machine was created at that time, I remember my mother was to scrub very hard. So when washing machine came to Malaysia, they take a look. You think just turn like that can clean the clothes? They don't trust it. And don't know they will spoil their clothes. Then as one family, two family, more and more homes start to use washing machine, then they trust it, it takes time. Same thing. Today, are you a pioneer? Are you a visionary to be able to see what's going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years? If you can see that, I will tell you this. When every home will have an eye care or have a private machine in their home, you will be filthy rich. Or you can sit there and wait. Until that happens, then you join. Okay. So therefore, the future is tremendous. And in fact, today we're launching another machine. There's also one and only one in the world, which is called the OxyTap afterwards. You take a look. So ladies and gentlemen, of course we will have the consumer product. That is also important that we will also have that for what you call repeat sales. But our more emphasis in technology because of AI. I can tell you one thing. Doctor someday will become less and less. Why? Because the AI can do a job better than doctors. Because doctors use their two eyes. He can only estimate unless you tell him what problem you have. But the AI no need to even ask you. He just scans your body up and down and he can come out with a prescription. You go to the pharmacy and buy. You know that? That will come. But start with what? Start with eye care. the first machine in your home. All right? Okay. Now, so iTerraca will be another machine in your home. The next one is, I need to clear something very important here, which is a myth which a lot of people misunderstood. And I want you to bring it to them if they ever ask you, is this a pyramid system? You look at this. Look at the one on your left side. That's a traditional business. You start at the bottom, you climb up to be a supervisor, manager, marketing manager, then become a GM. Is that a pyramid? And that's very cruel. You work down there, you hope that guy up there resign, then you got a chance. Or wait for him to die, then you got a chance. And there are some places up there like a CEO, there's no chance for you. There's so much you can go. That is the real pyramid. But if you look at Prive International, there's no limit of space up there. Everybody down there, every one of you. Crown Ambassador up there, there's no limit. And moreover, it does not mean the person who recommended you will be forever higher rank than you. No. Benjamin and Gloria, the upline, here are few upline on top actually, are not Crown Ambassador. They overshot them. Christian and Jasmine, they overshot many upline to become Crown Ambassador. Their upline are not even Crown Ambassador. Some of them are not even there anymore. So if that's the case, how can this be a pyramid? That's why networking is so fair. It rewards those who work hard. And your reward is based on your effort, not based on your connection. But you're over here, it is so frustrating. You can work as hard as you can. Your future not depend on your own hand. You depend on somebody up there. And you know very well, when you depend on somebody, your family depend on you, that's the most undependable. So you need to depend on yourself. All right? Okay. So the next thing is, can you do it? Don't underestimate yourself. You did not come to this world by accident. You did not come to this world by accident. All right? Because you already winner before you come. Do you know that? And when your parent wanted a child, he wanted a strong, he wanted a healthy child. So your father planned a race. Hundreds of millions of you. And when your dad fired the first shot, all right? You swim like hell. You swim and you swim and you swim. And the first one, the reward who reached the mother's ovary, will come to this world. And that was the race. You fall like hell, fight like hell, swim like hell for. All right? And finally, ladies and gentlemen, by the time reaching the mother's egg, there were only about 100 over left. And scramble to look for the opening into the eggs. And you made it. That's why you are here. You were already a winner, my friend. You won the greatest race of all. There's no race in Malaysia with 1 million people, and these are hundreds of millions. That's why when the doctor pulled you out into this world, you cry. You know why you cry? Because you fought so hard. You finally came into this world. That's why you see all the Olympic champions, when they stand on the rostrum and take their medal, you see their tears come down. Same thing. So do not look down on yourself. You came to this world, all right, and make something of yourself. Look at you, the one next to you. Our body are all the same, eyes, nose, everything the same. Why they can and you can't? No. Sometimes it's due to the environment we are born in that make a thing like that. Physically, we are all the same. The only thing is, all you need is just change here. And networking, you can't fail because He where the people will help you for free. You have many people to support you. Your father, your grandfather, your great-great-grandfather, there's so many generations of people. Some of you feel that, I cannot talk very well, so I cannot succeed. You are wrong. I so long in this business, I know of leaders who today are multi-millionaire who don't talk so much. He just bring people and let other people talk. Do you know that? And then you learn. You see how they talk. 1 year, 2 years, when you master, okay, you look at me. All right? I am the sperm that came into this world. I suffer all this. You look at this, I rented a house, $80 US. I was 3 months behind, I couldn't pay. My wife was pregnant. I planted a little bit of vegetable just to save some money. All right? That pregnant, when I was having kidney problem, my transplant, this was the time my wife pregnant, and we discussed to sell my son away because I cannot afford to keep him. There's no way I could keep him. I got no money. And then we offered to sell for $30,000, and there were 2 persons interested. And my wife took the deposit, $10,000, from her sister-in-law, from my sister-in-law, which is her sister. They don't have a son. And when my son was born, my wife can't part with it. All right? And at 2 years old, you look, my whole house got no sofa, no nothing. By then, I was already 32 years old. I was living on charity. My church brought in rice, brought in chicken, brought in sugar. My wife went and worked for the church to clean the toilet, clean the church. I've gone through all this. But did I give up? I did not give up. I fought so hard to come into this world. I won't take it lie down. All right? Okay. So finally, ladies and gentlemen, and it was during this period I prayed very hard for God to help me. And it was in university, I made my first million. I make 30 million. And that was where I changed my life. And today, if you look at it, then after that, during this period, my 2 kidneys failed. By that time, because of university, I make enough money. I went to China, Guangzhou, Zhujiang Yiyan. All right, Zhujiang Hospital, I got my second transplant. And today, you look at me. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't give up. Networking is a platform that can help every one of you. Okay? So therefore, today, I am a member of one of the most, expensive club right in the center of Kuala Lumpur. If you look at the back, there's the Twin Tower there. All right? So I play golf today, and I'm only one that break history in the whole entire Malaysia. Nobody in networking have ever owned horses. I own 4 horses. These horses won me 7 times and make me almost $1 million. Right? And today, I have my own museum, my own gallery. I kept a lot of all this. Some I bought it from the auction house. Okay? And I enjoy them. So, from a house of $80, I couldn't pay rent. Today, I own some properties. And do I need to work? I don't need to work anymore. But maybe God wants me to come back. Actually, I retired. But Dr. Stephen kept asking me to come out. When I saw iTerracare, I said, this one can save a lot of people. I came back out again. And today, you still got a chance to hear me share all this with you. So, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, my time is up. I've got more to share. If I can do it, ladies and gentlemen, go out there. There are a lot of people suffering out there. Share with them. All right? There is a power in you. Bring it out. You have not used it. It's kept there for too long. You're too comfortable. Take it out. All right? A lot of people suffering out there. Okay? iTerracare. Give them hope. They go to doctor. Doctor couldn't save them anymore. All right? They just wait. They want to die. They can't die. If they want to die, they commit suicide, which is the greatest sin. They want to live. They face pain. So go there and give them hope. If there's a hope, there is a meaning to continue living. For every person you save, for every person you help, you accumulate your blessing. For every blessing that you accumulate, it minus away your sin. The more, we are not perfect. So go start accumulating all the blessing and clean up all your sin that we have. So ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you again. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Eddie Tan. A round of big applause to our Regional Director of Vietnam and Thailand, Mr. Eddie.